Is it safe to say Sonic is good again? Seems like the last 2 years have seen numerous fun titles starring the Hedgehog. It's almost enough to make you forget about werehogs and that time Sonic tried LARPing. He's like the Mickey Rourke of video games. Sure, it looked like he was totally dead for a while, but now he's back and we're ready to love him again. So how does Sega explain two Sonics? With time paradoxes, of course. A big purple monster thing steals all of Sonic's friends and dumps him into Limbo, where he meets his past self. In order to restore time and space, the Sonics have to relive moments from their past and run really, really fast, because that fixes time somehow. The entire game is an homage to the franchise, full of in-jokes, familiar locales, and characters. I don't want to spoil the story too much, but if you ever thought, I wish my Sonic game had 100% more Tails the Fox in it, then you're in luck. Everything in Sonic Generations looks good while you're in motion. Like a racing game, it's designed to be sped past quickly. The layered backgrounds and vistas are nice, but this isn't a game to stop and admire the textures. And if you love Sonic's modern, vocal-fueled soundtrack, why? The new arrangements for the game's iconic tracks are awesome, but I'm most grateful that the game lets you change songs in the levels. There are only so many times you can hear City Escape before you want to kill yourself. Every major stage in Sonic Generations has two acts: classic, side-scrolling Sonic, and modern 3D homing attack Sonic. Essentially, half of the game is Sonic 4, and the other half is Sonic Colors. Both types of levels are fun, and your preference will likely depend on the year you were born, and if you even remember Sonic before he could spin dash. The old school platforming and the more modern, almost racing game levels fit together nicely, though there are still the occasional moments of clunky controls that can stop the action dead. What's great is that every level is a recreation of a level from a previous game. It's what makes this whole game so cool. And of course there are boss battles. You'll fight familiar bosses and rivals like Perfect Chaos and Metal Sonic. They're fun, but they feel a bit lackluster compared to boss battles of the past and the overall epicness of the game. There are also challenge missions for each world that mix up the gameplay. Most are cool, but a few of them, usually the ones starring Sonic's dumb friends, are annoying. Thankfully, they're almost completely optional, so you can just play the good ones. Sonic Generations is a love letter to the Blue Blur, a Sonic game for Sonic fans. It seems like Team Sonic finally listened to the fanbase and took everything that didn't suck about the last 2 decades of Sonic and put it in one game. The levels are great, the action is mostly tight, and the nostalgia is at its max. For more on Sonic Generations, spin dash to IGN.com.